Join me as we make some whimsical, fun, and patriotic decor just in time for the 4th of July. For this project, I got a fairy wing set from the Dollar Tree. They have a red one too. I got some flowers from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to save the red and blue stars for the antenna of the butterfly. I have some popsicle sticks and a cone floral holder, and I got some really cute ribbon from the Dollar Tree as well. So all this is from the Dollar Tree. The first thing I want to do is flip it over, and I want to remove that elastic band for where I guess you could put your arms in, as well as the tag. But we're going to save some of that elastic band because we are going to use it to hang up our butterfly. Look at how pretty that is. Now I'm going to take 2 popsicle sticks and I'm going to glue them to the back just to give it a little more steadiness, because they are a little floppy. And I'm going to take some of the elastic band and I'm also going to glue that onto the popsicle stick as well, just so we could hang it up. That definitely makes it less floppy and more steady. Now I'm going to take each stem from the florals and I'm just going to clip them with my wire cutters because we want to use them individually and we don't need the stems nearly that long. I'm also going to remove the leaves from, we don't need the leaves, so I'm going to remove the leaves from the stems as well. The styrofoam cone is the perfect shape for a butterfly. And I was going to start with white on top, but I'm like, no, we want to do red, white, and blue. Initially, I was putting the flowers in with the leaves on, but then, like I said, I decided to remove the leaves because they really didn't add too much to it. In fact, they distracted from it. I wanted it to be all red, white, and blue. Now, in hindsight, and I am going to have a blooper reel at the end called The Dark Side of Crafting. In hindsight, I would have definitely cut this styrofoam cone in half. Cutting it in half made it lay much better on the back of the butterfly, or on the butterfly in general. And I didn't cut it so good. The crafting gods were saying, child, put the glue gun down, just stop, reevaluate. But that's near the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Because nothing's ever perfect, and I'm a very clumsy crafter. So as you can see, I'm just putting the stems into the floral foam. It's styrofoam, so it's not as sturdy, but I couldn't find any of the green foam cones, and the white actually, red, white, and blue, it kind of matched. Yeah. But it was a little too big and clumsy once I was trying to glue it on. Plus, it was showing a lot on the sides of just bare styrofoam, and I didn't have more flowers to add to it. So, like I said, at the end, I did split it in half. But for now, I'm putting the antenna in. They're the red star and the blue star that came with some of the floral bunches. And I think that's going to look so cute. Now it's time to glue the body of the butterfly onto the butterfly wings, and my glue guns were just jacked up. They were acting up the whole time I was shooting this. I definitely need a new craft gun. I would love to hear any recommendations in the comments below. Let me know what glue gun you like to use and how much you love it. While I let this dry, we're going to make a background change to a black garbage bag because I was using an old curtain and everything kept sticking to the curtain. Yeah, because, you know, common sense sometimes eludes us here. Although I'm not going to lie, things were sticking to the garbage bag too. I just didn't want to ruin my kitchen table. I am eventually going to work on a crafting background. But I'm digressing. Look at this beautiful red, white, and blue star ribbon I got at the Dollar Tree. And I don't like making bows. Just, yeah, that ain't my forte. Hey, it's just not. You could also see my really sweet brand new phone stand because I still don't know how to do overhead videos that well. I'm getting better at them. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Anyway, I saw a couple different ways to make bows. From watching other crafters on YouTube, I found out there's a whole legion of crafters that are not very strong at making bows. They're my people. I feel seen. I love yous. Anyway, one of the crafters I was watching, she takes the strips of ribbon, she cuts them, and then she'll glue the ends together, and then she just puts the untidy part of the bow in the back. So I tried that method for this bow. I got a pack of 3, I guess they're rubber protectors for your fingers, and I don't know why I didn't put one on my thumb because I kept burning the heck out of my thumb. It freaking hurt. It did. Anyway, I'm wrapping some twine around the 2 loops I made. I'm not strong at this either. Knots are not my other strong. I have a lot of things that I'm not strong at, let's just be honest. And this is also one of them. You're going to see so many. If you're a subscriber, which I would love to have you as a subscriber, you could come and watch me put together some really nice crafts in a really kind of funky way. Now that I've fluffed my bow out, and I'm being a Virgo right now, I'm overthinking this bow like way too much. I need to just knock it off. Stop it. Just stop. Okay, thank you for listening. What you can't see because I'm below the camera line is I cut another okay, now you can see it. All right, I did okay. I cut another strip, and I'm going to use that as the tails of the ribbon. And I'm going to make dovetails, and I think I did them okay this time, but yeah, there's another craft where I forget real fast how to do things, and I made like inverted dovetails. It was okay. Like, wow, what's wrong with me? So now I'm going to add some glue to the back, and we're going to stick the tails onto the back of the bow. And is actually a really great way to make a bow. It looks nice. Is it a little bit longer than people that are naturally gifted at making bows? Yeah, it is. It does take oh, here we go again. Here we go. Stop it. It does take a little bit longer, but the bow came out really cute. I was very pleased with this method of bow making. Now I'm taking a glitter blue ball, and I'll show you later on in the video where I got that from. But I just glued it in the middle to kind of cover the twine. And now I'm holding it upside down for you. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to add this bow to the butterfly body. It's really, really cute. This is going to come out so whimsical. I hope you love it as much as I do. Now for a final touch of whimsy, I'm going to add some of these oh my god, glitter red, white, and blue balls. I got a pack of them at Hobby Lobby for $4.99, but they're on half price, so like $2.50. And after I got them to stop falling off the table completely because there were balls all over the floor, and well, is there ever a good way that there'll be balls all over the floor? There isn't. Let's just say that. But I started gluing them onto the butterfly wings. And another lesson for the wise, because it's so mesh, the hot glue wasn't melting the mesh, which was good, but it was still sticking in the garbage bag. But you could gently remove this butterfly when you're done from the garbage bag, and it didn't rip anything. I was just having fun gluing random balls all over the place. This is a fun thing to do with your kids too. You don't have to use hot glue. You could use Elmer's glue, and it would just take, you know, longer to dry, but it's something fun they can do as well. And here is a very whimsical patriotic butterfly to hang on your door. For this next project, I'm going to be using a broken mason jar. My grocery store had a cart near the floral section, and they had all these jars for free. A lot of them were cracked, but I'm not worried about that. We're going to cover that up. No big deal. Speaking of which, and not that I'm not appreciative of free stuff, but I'd like to give a shout out to Giant Food Stores, because the glue they use on their clearance stickers would survive an asteroid. It's a half hour of my life that I will never get back trying to get that glue sticker off this mason jar. No wonder it was free. Nobody was going to get that sticker off. I don't know how I did without a sandblaster, but I did. Lots of Dawn dish soap. Anyway, I'm going to cut this this twine off, and the sunflower. We'll use it for another part of this project. I did already glue floral foam into the mason jar because we're going to be using that as our base. Now, if you don't have one of these blue mason jar things, that's fine. You could use a vase and paint it blue, or a blue planter. This was free. And if it's free, it's for me. So you could use whatever you'd like. I got this ribbon at the Dollar Tree, this one, and I just kind of traced it around the top of the mason jar because we're going to use this to cover up that broken spot. After I measured and cut the length of the ribbon I wanted, I found this blue and white starred ribbon at Hobby Lobby. It was 49 cents. So I figured, okay, let's cut a strip to match the length of the big blue ribbon, and we could zhuzh up our bow a little bit more, or our ribbon a little bit more, by gluing this strip on top of the other strip. I know, it's mind-blowing and so original. No, I've seen a lot of crafters do this, and I love it. It's such a great idea to dress up a plain bow and give it a little more style. It is a small miracle I did not go full Office Space on my glue guns because they were pissing me off so bad. Again, comments below if you have a glue gun you love that you would recommend. Now we're putting our ribbon together, and we're going to start gluing it around the perimeter of the rim, the top of the mason jar. And this is so easy. Even I was able to make a straight line, so it really is that easy. And then we just cleaned up the back so that it's stuck together really nice. And there we go. Now it's time to put flowers in. I found these floral stems at Dollar Tree. I know, that's a shocker. They're so whimsical. I fell in love with them. The blue flowers with the white stars and the red and white striped flowers. I had to have them. They are so fun and actually quite pretty. I started poking them into the floral foam and messing around, arranging them. I wanted to have it spread out a little bit more, so there was blue here, red there. Again, I maybe was overthinking things a little bit, and then finally I'm just like, child, it looks fine just how it is. Don't overthink it. Like I always say, it's going to be beautiful and perfect because it was made by you in your style for you. I had those floral picks with the blueberries on them. I decided not to use them. They didn't quite fit in with the whimsy. However, I did find these 2 pinwheels at Hobby Lobby. They were again 50% off. I'm not sure what the cost was. I think it came down to like $1.50. And I added them into the arrangement. Now I am going to change it up. I didn't quite like them that way. But in the meantime, we are going to be making a messy bow. I've saw so many YouTubers do it. Hot Humble Pie Holly, I love her. She's fantastic. She makes a lot of messy bows, so I learned from watching her. And you just get strips of ribbon, and you cut them, and you're going to just tie them and make messy bows. But they're so pretty. They're not messy. They're wonderful. And all aboard the struggle bus again. Me trying to knot this and make this messy bow work. It's a technique that I will get down eventually, but again, not my strong suit. And the skinnier strip with the white stars just was not working out for me in this messy bow. So I ended up using that in a different way. And here's where I go stunod. Now, did I not just make dovetails a few moments earlier? Why am I making dovetails like this? Why? Why am I doing that? That's so difficult and it just so... Why'd I do that? Why? And I'm sitting there literally making this, thinking in my head, there has to be an easier way. I know I've made these before. Yeah, like 20 minutes ago you made one. Oh my God. Thankfully the light bulb came on and... I remembered, but I literally was sitting here like, oh my God, these aren't that hard to make. Why are they so hard all of a sudden? Menopause brain, that's why. So as you can see, I removed the skinny strip from the messy bow, and I'm just going to wrap it around where the twine is to clean it up a little bit. And that actually worked out great. Much better. Now we're going to floof it, and we're going to stick it to the front of our mason jar. Now, it is a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be, but I still love it. I think it looks really pretty. Cleaned up pretty nice. Then I decided to put both pinwheels on one side of the floral arrangement. I just like doing things like that. It looks quirky but cute. I'm in love with this. Look at how festive and fun. It's perfect. What a great floral arrangement. This next craft is super easy, except for if you keep dropping the balls all over the floor and you have to keep picking them up. Other than that, it's super easy. So I took the scatter that we used in the to make the butterflies. I took the rest of that scatter and I put it in a vase, a glass vase. A see-through vase, if you will. You could use any shape you want. I love the square one. I've had it for years. And then Hobby Lobby had these like sparkler, like firework wire things. And so I cut them with my wire cutters. They were harder to cut. I'm not going to lie. They were a little challenging. But I cut them up. And I just started sticking them into the scatter. Now for the multicolored ones, I wanted them to be a little taller in the vase, so instead of cutting them individually, I just bent the stem and stuck it in there so there'd be some height. That's all I did. This wire was tough though, I'm not gonna lie. You definitely got to work out with it. There goes balls flying. They're falling out. Maybe not fill it as high as I did because I spent a lot of time picking up balls. And then the 2 stars I had left over from one of the floral arrangements, I just plopped them in there too. It's so cute. And here we go. Look at how fun this was, and it was so easy to make. I love the sparkles. I love the glitter. I don't like getting glitter everywhere, but these weren't messy glitter. Like there wasn't a lot of glitter lying around. I had so much fun making these crafts. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope I inspired you to do something as well. That's fun. And honestly, these were really cheap to make. I think I made all of them for under maybe $20, $25. Probably under 20. But they came out great. And they're so festive and patriotic. But they have that touch of whimsy. And I do enjoy whimsy here and there. I have a lot of different styles, but I do enjoy whimsy for some of the holidays. So thank you for watching. Thank you for staying. And have a wonderful 4th of July. God bless America. Welcome to the dark side of crafting. Here's me with a steak knife, not bothering to remove the floral picks before I try to even cut this in half. I just decided, F it, let's do it. And yeah, so you got an F it result. Oh boy, that's not good. I was in my pajamas. I did not want to run out to the Dollar Tree and get another foam thing. I just was like trying so hard to avoid leaving my house. And so we just kind of went with it. With lots of glue, we were able to salvage it. And if you took it apart, you would be like, oh my God, how is this even staying together? But it did. I don't know, but just so you know, crafting is not pretty sometimes, but it's still fun and rewarding, and you learn how to MacGyver things, and that's great too. Thank you for watching my train wreck.